Testing, one, two, testing. Hello and welcome to another ROFFS update of the ocean conditions using satellite sea surface temperature and ocean color chlorophyll imagery from the weekend of May 11th and 10th. We've had, pretty cloudy past couple days. So this imagery is of Friday, May 9th, just a couple days before, just so we have a good idea of what's going on, so we can get things going for the upcoming week here. But starting overall with the Gulf Stream temperatures, we have seen certainly some warming, a little bit of warmer water pulsing through up along the loop current and then around through the Gulf Stream, with the Gulf Stream warming up to about 82 off of Florida. With this rainwater, that may then, drop back down for a little bit, but we are starting to see certainly a little bit warmer temperatures where it was staying around 81 for the past couple months. So a good indication there. And then extending north, the Gulf Stream cools to approximately the mid to upper 70s up off of Cape Hatteras here. Overall, as we can see here, a number of features in the area indicating, where the better places are going to be to fish, which is always exciting. To the south, we'll start down here off the Keys. This Florida Keys here, we can see kind of a normal, as the loop current extends south and then becomes the Gulf Stream here in between Cuba and the Keys here along the Florida Straits. Oftentimes there will be a large counterclockwise rotating eddy here. We were able to see in the chlorophyll image more specifically a number of smaller eddies here pushing along the Keys, which will create much more favorable conditions with that nice blue water pushing in over the reefs and shore, indicating an excellent chance of tuna, dolphin, wahoo, and marlin or billfish. So that's great for the Keys there. Just trying to locate those eddies is going to be your keys to success. And then to the north here, up off of Miami area, there's also a relatively large eddy. And then along South Florida, we have observed a relatively large eddy. And then to the north here, off of Stewart again, with the relatively homogeneous temperatures, they're difficult to see because maybe it's a 1 degree edge. So we'll look at the corresponding chlorophyll imagery to get a better idea of how the water kind of circulates inshore like this here. I am going to really quick make an adjustment here so we have a little bit smaller. There we go. Then moving north along Cape Canaveral, we can see some of this nicer, warmer water pushing inshore, as well as north of the Cape here and along the St. Augustine area. So this certainly the start of dolphin. The dolphin run, early May or so, is certainly kicked off with excellent reports. Additionally, looking for those of you who like to fish the eastern side of the Gulf Stream off of central and northern Florida, excellent tuna fishing with multiple people getting limits every day that they go out here. We have some interesting conditions here with an enormous counterclockwise rotation pulling this Gulf Stream well to the east, and then a second kind of split. So some of this water goes this way, and then some of this water goes out and goes this way and forms what is a conventional clockwise rotation. More often than not is the direction that these eddies pull. So certainly, along this edge here, will trap some bait, and then additionally this nice and strong edge here will also create a nice temperature edge that will congregate bait, so that the yellowfin tuna using the Gulf Stream will find the bait, and you'll be able to catch them there. So looking north, a little bit further north, the Savannah area, South Carolina, we can see what is kind of a normal Charleston gyre, quote unquote, relatively large eddy in this area here, circulating some nice water well inshore, 20 to 30 fathoms there. And then a relatively large eddy as well through this area, off of Cape Lookout, pushing its way north towards Cape Hatteras, and then finally an eddy up here, probably circulating some water in over the point. With that, additionally, fishing, in the Bahamas has certainly been good. We just finished up the custom versus production skips tournament. Had a great tournament there with multiple billfish caught. Overall, a success. So congratulations to our clients there with that tournament. And then we have the custom going on right now. So fishing has certainly been good. Still off of the Abacos. We can see here some of this warmer, what we call Bahamas blue water is circulating into the area. We also have some of this Gulf Stream associated water circulating through the area, and then this nice pocket of cooler, cleaner water here. So plenty of chances there with some nice cleaner water and temperature edges for those tournaments. And then also looking into the Northwest Providence Channel for the tuna, dolphin, and billfish guys here. We have kind of the normal counterclockwise rotation here with a nice strong edge here extending along the corner there. That makes that area famous. We'll take a look here at the corresponding chlorophyll data, and we'll zoom in. So here we can see, we'll zoom in a little bit more. Here off the Keys, these little pockets of blended blue water are essentially the eddy cores that are then circulating and creating this nice green to blue edge inshore here, where all of the bait is going to stack up and the predators are going to be to eat said bait. Again, here's this large eddy filament off of southern Florida, as well as a relatively small eddy here off of Stewart. Again, looking into the channel here, we can see this nice color differentiation as well as some rotation through the area, looking something like that. Off of Abaco here, again, this real nice, cleaner, almost purple water that we call Bahamas blue, that whenever it is in over the shelf, certainly indicates the best fishing in the area with that nice water. And then looking north off of Canaveral, we can see here these eddies are a little bit more blended blue with a strong Gulf Stream edge from blended blue to blue, indicating certainly excellent dolphin fishing this time of year. Here's a nice eddy filament extending inshore along 20 fathoms. A second one here extending inshore just north off of Jacksonville there. Here's a really nice eddy filament here, extending through the Georgetown area, certainly indicating tuna, dolphin, and wahoo. Some nice blue water here, indicating some marlin, tuna, dolphin, wahoo. The kind of the inshore edge, is along 20 to 30 fathoms here for your tuna, dolphin, wahoo. And then additionally, the offshore edge here, which more often than not will extend along 50, 80, 120 fathoms is excellent for your billfish there. And then north of Cape Fear, unfortunately, we had a nice big cloud line, but we were able to see that with the sea surface temperature data. So with that, for the most recent analysis of your area, because this data is from Friday, right, and the Gulf Stream moves, 2 to 4 miles an hour, so certainly things can change. Give us a call. You can place an order online at ROFFS.com. You can give us a call at 321-723-5759. And you can reach us via email at fishing@roffs.com. Thank you very much. Tight lines.